'cause even if I fall, ooh, I trust you'll stay.
Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Welcome back to another vlog. If you're new here, my name is Sarah. I'm a PhD student at Indiana University. I live in Bloomington, Indiana, and this coming fall will be my 7th year in this program, which is absolutely wild to think about. But we are finishing it all up this year, hopefully making a lot of progress on the dissertation this summer. And in this vlog, I'm just going to show you guys a typical day in my life. To be very honest, I am not feeling super productive today. I had a really fun day yesterday. Went to the mall up in Indianapolis with some friends, did some shopping, and next week I'm going back home to Florida for like a sort of like family get-together and vacation. So my brain is not really in like the let's get to work mindset. So I'm going to try and like intersperse small moments of productivity rather than just like sitting down and locking in for hours at a time. I had myself a sort of slower morning this morning just to give myself some time to wake up. I also really wanted to finish my book because I had like 30 pages left and I was like, let me finish it so I could get my new ones from the library. That always gives me such a rush. So speaking of which, I am going to go downtown to the library, return some books, pick up some new ones. And I'm also going to stop at Kroger to get some stuff to make a dessert for a sort of 4th of July barbecue that I'm having tomorrow. But the dessert needs to like set overnight, so I want to make it today. So as I mentioned, we went shopping yesterday and bought some really fun stuff. One of the most fun being, I went to Fleet Feet, which like they size your foot and look at the way you walk and everything, and got a new pair of shoes. Got these Asics. Found out I have been wearing a shoe size that is too small for my foot, and these feel really comfy when I try them on in the store. If you know, you know, my foot and plantar fasciitis is dirty. So I'm super excited to test these out today. I'm gonna put them on right now.
Through the dark and cold, I know it's all good, 'cause now I'm the best of myself.
Okay, back home. Time for a little miniature haul. Here are the 2 books I got from the library. I'm very excited about both of them. I think I'm gonna read this one first. Lost Man's Lane. It has really good ratings and it's actually set in Bloomington, Indiana, which is wild. It's sort of like Girl Gone Missing. And then this one, I think is sort of like in the genre of speculative fiction, which I just read a short story collection of speculative fiction, and I was like, yes, I love this genre. And it is set in like a distant future where the feeling of loneliness is extinct. So sounds very intriguing. Then I also stopped at Kroger and got some stuff for the dessert and some chips and hummus for Megan's bring tomorrow. And while I was downtown, I popped into Gather, which is this really cute like local boutique that carries a lot of like artsy, crafty things from local artists. And I got a Bloomington magnet for someone in our cohort who is leaving. She graduated. It just has like a bunch of fun little Bloomington things. And then I'm not gonna unwrap it, but it's like a little wine glass, a stemless glass with like the Bloomington sample gates, or the IU sample gates on it. Made a quick little frozen meal from Trader Joe's stuff for lunch, and then I'm gonna get to work because it's already 12:28 and my morning really has not involved as much writing as I hoped. Ate lunch, watched a little vlog, and now it's time to get to work. It's 1 o'clock. Gonna make myself a little iced coffee as a treat, some motivation to get started. I'm also gonna change into just like I don't know, PJ pants, little comfy grout fit moment. I put on like this exercise top and these biker shorts because I was gonna go for a little walk, but running those errands, I realized it was so hot outside. That's not gonna be in the cards for me. It's just so humid and like I don't have that in me. So I'm gonna do some work, and then once I reach a good stopping point, I will do the first half of this dessert. Then it needs to sit in the fridge for a little bit, so then I'll do some more work. and then I'll finish up the dessert. That is the plan. Okay, girl outfit is on. Time for a nice coffee. I'm really excited to make it in this new little anthropology cup. I got one, just little hearts on it at the store yesterday. I feel like everyone has these, and I was like, that's ridiculous. I don't need a cute little cup. I have so many, but here I am. Okay, so if you watched my last vlog, you know that I got some feedback from my advisor, and I took some handwritten notes and made a plan of attack for these revisions on this chapter. And I don't know if I mentioned it in the last vlog or not, but basically he said he thinks that I should be able to have all these done by the end of July. So part of me is like, that's so much time. I don't need to work, but also like there's a lot of revisions that I need to make, like big things too, like conceptual revisions that I just need to sit and think with more. So I definitely need to get some work done this week. I checked off the first thing on my list of my plan of attack, which was to reread the article that I'm like situating my rhetorical analysis in. I'm using it as like a guide. I'm mapping on their structure onto how I'm doing my analysis. And then the second thing I said I was going to do was to reread my own case studies that I'm analyzing, some vlogs, and what I wrote about them, and to better like map them into these 3 categories from the article. And I left a note to myself and said, this might be hard. So I think I don't want to do that, because I think that's going to really require me to like focus and lock in, and I don't have that in me today. So I'm going to pick something else on that plan of attack. I think I might go through the first half of the chapter before I get into the rhetorical analysis and add in, what I wrote down is add signposting to first half of chapter and weave in my own embodied experience where applicable. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to focus on that first half, and maybe since I read that article recently, I might go in and add some new writing to really like flesh out and develop how I'm drawing on this methodology from Kirsch and Royster. I think I'll start with that, because it's not feeling like it's gonna be a good day to reread my own writing.
I've tried so hard, stumbling in the dark, to learn how to see what you already saw. You're the one to blame for the fact that I can reach for the best of myself. It's all
okay. About an hour later now, I actually wrote like 450 words, which is wild. I don't know how I did that, but I'm guessing maybe because it was like meta commentary, not making an argument itself, it was easier to write, which makes me think these revisions might not be so bad, because that's a lot of what they entail. I also think it's because it's something I've been thinking about for the past few days now, just sort of explaining what I just explained to the vlog, how I'm using this meta commentary to like structure my analysis. So that feels good. With a lot of quotes too. I am at a stopping point now, so like I mentioned, I'm gonna get started on the dessert. Something I've been loving as a little snack is this garlic and herb Laughing Cow cheese with the everything but the bagel seasoning crackers. It's just, it hits. Even just like opening it up is such a little treat. You just pull the little red tab. Just opens right up, perfect for dipping. Okay, while I wait for this to cool, I am going to try and do some more work before I can put the next layer on. This will be a good little brief stint where I'm like not working towards like reaching a stopping point or anything, just working for like 20 minutes, and then I think I'm gonna call it quits because today's not a writing day. It literally is setting a timer for 15 minutes.
you show the way, yeah. Even if I fall,
actually quite productive. Was able to check off just like a lot of little things. Like I had notes like, should I move this to chapter 1? So I opened up my chapter 1 document and moved it around. I noticed some other comments that my advisor left, which really quickly fix this sentence, fix that sentence. So 50 minutes, checked a lot of boxes, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be done writing for the day. Because I find that if I really push myself beyond this point, I won't get anything done tomorrow because I'll just feel like exhausted from it. There are days when I really feel like I could work on the disc for 5 hours, and today is not one of those days. It's about sustaining a momentum and making little bits of progress day by day. Okay, so time to like chill out and relax for the day. It is almost 4:30. I'm really excited to start this new book. I hope that I love it as much as I am anticipating loving it. It's always disappointing when like you hype something up and it like falls flat. Anyway, I feel good that I forced myself to do some work today, even though I was not feeling like it and even though it wasn't very much work. I also feel good about the direction I'm headed for these revisions. I decided that I am going to go ahead and add in direct moments of reflection after each case study, where I'm literally going to title the subsection Reflection, and I'm just going to take a paragraph or two and respond to how it has impacted my own embodiment and how my own embodiment has impacted my analysis of it. And even if my advisor ultimately is like, I don't like this, which I think that he will, I feel like that's really important work for me to do in general, but especially with this feminist methodology of rhetorical inquiry, which really centers deep listening and an ethics of care. So I feel good about that. I feel like that was like something I was like weighing for a while, for the past few days, even subconsciously. So I went ahead and actually put those sections in the disc, like reflection, reflection, reflection. I didn't write them, but like I left a placeholder. So yeah, let's make a little cozy reading environment and read. It is a little bit later now, like 7:03, and I didn't get as far into the book as I thought that I would. I just got sidetracked with trying to figure out like logistics of where I'm gonna park at the airport, and just like little things like that, and FaceTime my mom. So I read like 10 pages, so too early to give a verdict yet. But Megan made me dinner before she left for her writing center shift. It's just some gnocchi, mozzarella cheese, and cherry tomatoes, but the tomatoes are from the farmer's market. And then we made some broccoli too, or she made some broccoli too. But like the seasoning for this is like you buy like the marinated mozzarella pearls and you dump like the oil and the seasoning on the pan. And it's just so easy and so yummy. Okay, it is 7:50. I have already eaten dinner and dessert. I really wanted to go to Rita's, but I ate some ice cream at home like a responsible girl. I spent a lot of money yesterday. It's gonna be a low spend month for the rest of the month. And I don't know if it's because I ate that ice cream and like dinner and I've just been like sitting down mostly today, but I'm like, I feel like I need to like go walk. I would love to just like go stroll through like downtown or something, but that's gonna take a minute and I don't really want to do that alone. So I'm just gonna like walk around my block, walk through my neighborhood a bit, just like move a little bit. And then I feel like my nightly shower will hit really hard when I come back.
I know it's all good, 'cause I found the best of myself. Yeah.
It is so humid. Feels disgusting. I knew I'd be glad I did that. Walked for like 30 minutes, was like a mile and a half, but I got so sweaty. It wasn't hot, but it was just so humid. I mean, it was a little hot, but I was right. My shower is going to feel incredible. Plan to use my evening time to watch a show and put all those clothes away, but it's 9:54. One of my sisters ended up calling me and we just chatted for like 45 minutes. So I am not feeling like I want to put those clothes away because after it's like 9:30 and the sun has set, I'm like, no, nothing productive is happening here. Except I am gonna do dishes because Megan cooked dinner tonight and I really don't want her to like walk back into the kitchen of like a sink full of dirty dishes. It's just like really bad roommate etiquette. Dishes done, counters wiped down, dishwasher running. I've been trying these magnesium gummies. When I went to the doctor last week, she told me that I should try taking magnesium, specifically a kind that has multiple kinds. So it's 8 forms. And the gummies are just way easier for me. The magnesium pills are like huge. So I'm excited to see if I notice a difference. Okay, 10:26. Finally time for bed. The most impressive part of today was making it through without a nap. But probably because I had that second cup of coffee. Anyway, that's the end of the vlog because I'm gonna go to sleep now. I'm gonna read my book and then go to sleep. Thank you for spending today with me. I feel like I filmed a lot today. Hopefully this ends up being like a very detailed day in my life. Powering through on some work, even when we don't feel like it. But also just some like raw, real footage of the little mundane day-to-day things that I don't always show because I feel like my vlogs, especially lately, are very focused on like the desk. And when I started vlogging, it was just lifestyle vlogging in general. So I think I will be taking the next week off from posting vlogs because I'll be on a family trip. So stay tuned on Instagram and TikTok for some content. But I will be back to regularly scheduled content after that. Thank you so much for watching these videos. Leave a comment, subscribe if you're not already, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.